Uh, I wanted to wait a bit to talk about this, but I've waited long enough for the announcement, and I just have to talk about this now while I'm still a bit giddy about this. Hockey is back! It's back, and it's got an amazing, crazy format for this season only, so we'll have to drink it in. The announcement was made. Announcement was made over the weekend, about a few days ago, and the final pieces have been pretty much announced for for the upcoming 2020-2021 season. The season will be 56 games long, and it will start on January 13th. And I remember I was kind of going a bit crazy about this whole January 1st date because even when the cup was awarded, about a week after the cup was awarded, I thought January 1st. That's kind of tentative. It's ambitious. And then November came around, and Thanksgiving was came, and there was still no announcement on the season. And when the calendar turned December, I go, what are they doing? But finally, the rumored date was January 13th, and now the last few days they've made the announcement. Everything's all good, and the final pieces have been put together as recently as I think about a few hours ago. So here's all you need to know about the 2020-2021 season. Okay, as I said before, training camps open on January 3rd. The regular season starts on Wednesday, January 13th. Um, to reduce travel because of the restrictions, um, they've realigned the divisions for this season only, and they are as follows. Here's why I was excited. All seven Canadian teams are put in one division. That's right. It's known as the North Division, but it's also the Canadian Division. Um, yes, the Flames, the Calgary Flames, the Edmonton Oilers, the Montreal Canadiens, the Ottawa Senators, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Vancouver Canucks, and the Winnipeg Jets, all in the same division. And it gets more delicious than that, but I'll go over the rest of the divisions. The makeshift East Division consists of the Boston Bruins, Buffalo Sabres, the New Jersey Devils, the Islanders and Rangers, the Flyers and Penguins, and the Washington Capitals. That's the East. The Central, the Carolina Hurricanes, Chicago Blackhawks, Columbus Blue Jackets, the Dallas Stars, the defending Western Conference champions, the Detroit Red Wings, the Florida Panthers, the Nashville Predators, and the reigning defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. Yes, Tampa Bay and Dallas, who played each other in that final, are in the same makeshift division. And for this season only, the Blackhawks Red Wings rivalry is back on. Again, more on that later. That's the Central Division. Now the makeshift West Division, the Ducks, the Arizona Coyotes, the Colorado Avalanche, the LA Kings, Minnesota Wild, San Jose Sharks, St. Louis Blues, and the Vegas Golden Knights. Those are the makeshift divisions for this season. Now it gets better. Like I said, it's a 56 game season. It's all divisional. Yes, it's all divisional this season. The East the teams in the East, Central, and West divisions will have to play their respective division rivals 8 times each. This is done to reduce travel, but oh my god. And it gets better. The Canadian division, because there's 7 teams in that, a Canadian team would have to face each of the other 6 Canadian teams either 9 or 10 times each. Literally, this season is the absolute definition of the old phrase, familiarity breeds contempt. And hockey's been a familiarity breeds contempt league for decades. Uh, back to the old days of the Adams, the Patrick, the Norris, the Smythe. Those rivalries are always intense because back then there weren't as many teams and they looked at each other a lot. And the playoff format was divisional, and about that. For this year, they are bringing back a fully divisional playoff format, uh, similar to the format that took place between 1982 and 1993, back when they had those named divisions. Um, Of course, the current format now is mostly divisional. The current format is top three teams in each division make it, and then the other two spots in each conference are wild card spots. Those are regardless of division. But this format brings back for one season only the purely divisional playoff format. The top four teams in each division will qualify for the playoffs, totaling 16 in all. That's right. It's a purely 16-team playoff. No round robins and no qualifying round series. Those were fun though. I did enjoy them, but there's none of that this year. And so yeah, top four teams in each division qualify for the playoffs. Rounds 1 and 2 will be the division semifinals and final, with the division number 1 playing against the division number 4, and then division 2 and 3 face each other. That's how it goes. Now, the 4 division playoff champions, just like before, the 4 division playoff champions advance to the Final Four, which is usually the conference finals, but since there's no conferences this year, it's known as the Stanley Cup semifinal, the name that was last used back, I think, around the 60s and 70s, around back that time. And regarding the 4 remaining Stanley Cup semifinalists, they will be seeded 1 through 4 by order of point percentage. And of course, it will be 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, and of course, the 2 winners face off the Stanley Cup final. So this is going to be an interesting year. We could get some crazy Cup final series. It's not. Like I said, it's not going to be Western Conference versus Eastern Conference. It could be two normally Western Conference teams facing off. We could see. Well, for example, we could see Colorado and Dallas in the Stanley Cup final. We could see. Now, fans of a certain team won't like this. We could see Leafs Bruins in the Stanley Cup final. That could happen. I said Toronto fans won't like that due to the recent history, but the finals, though. We won't see Dallas and Tampa Bay in the Stanley Cup final because they're in the same division. But we could, and now, but it's gonna be very, very interesting. Very interesting season, to say the least. And the beauty of it is, with this format, this guarantees that a Canadian team will be in the Final Four. So really, a Canadian team is really four playoff wins really away from playing for the Stanley Cup, because, again, it's purely divisional, and the usual rivalries that we get in hockey, they're going to be turned up even more so than they already are. The New York rivalry, the Pennsylvania rivalry, Pittsburgh and Washington, Boston and Rangers in the East Division. That's a original 6 feud right there. In the Central, Chicago, Detroit, they're going to be feuding again. Dallas and Tampa can get that bad blood going for last year's final. Florida Tampa Bay rivals anyway, but it's really going to be intense with 8 meetings per year. The West Division, again, the freeways rivalry, the Ducks and Kings, that's going to be more intense, and so is Colorado and St. Louis. But Colorado and the Kings, there's some history from like 20 years ago. They met in the playoffs a couple of times. Colorado, the Avalanche in Vegas, St. Louis in Vegas. That could be interesting. And Arizona and Colorado could be rivals. Matter of fact, Arizona is in this makeshift division with Colorado, Minnesota, and St. Louis. Those are 3 teams that are usually in the real Central Division. Arizona's going to move to the actual Central Division next season when Seattle comes in. So this is a chance for the Coyotes to kind of get to know those 3 teams before they end up playing them a few times a year, every year. And of course, don't get me started on the Canadian Division. Oh my God. I'm going to be salivating over this. The Battle of Ontario, the Battle of Alberta, Habs, Leafs, Jets, Flames. They play each other in the qualifying round. Habs and Sens. Hell, Habs and Flames. That could be a good rivalry. That was the '89 final, or '86 and '89. But oh my God. This is gonna be so delicious. It is. It's gonna be an amazing season. I've seen a few NHL half seasons before. I've been through a couple. I've been through a number of them in my lifetime as a hockey fan. Of course, 94, 95 was one, 48 games. The 2012, 2013 campaign was 48 games. This one's 56, but the makeshift divisions, it's just going to be epic as hell. And I can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it. This won't be my last hockey video before the season starts, because I'm going to make some predictions regarding these divisions in due time, probably in a couple of weeks, because it's still quite a bit. It's still quite a bit away. January 13th is less than a month, but it's still about 3 weeks, about 3.5 weeks from now. So I'll I'll probably have some predictions in about a couple weeks or so, and I'll be back to review week 15 of the NFL season. So, oh man, the countdown is on. Everything is all set, and the countdown is on. So let's just be patient, because January 13th will be here.